Hey, this is Joe Burnich. Thank you for checking out this video on Navigation Trading Review. So the company Navigation Trading was actually started by my brother 4 years ago, and I wanted to jump on the phone and kind of ask him what it was all about because I heard he was getting some ridiculous returns investing with this system that he has. And so we recorded this Zoom call, and he let me record it and share it on my YouTube. And then he also said, if anybody clicks on the link that's below this video in the description, they'll get 20% off for life. So if you're thinking about joining Navigation Trading, then please use the link below to get your discount. It will lock you in. It will grandfather you in for life because the price goes up, but this gives you a bonus 20% discount for life. So check that out. But real quick, what we talk about in this conversation is me just asking questions because I don't know anything about this kind of stuff, about trading. So number one, I ask him, what exactly is navigation trading? What do you get if you sign up? Who is it for? Like, who is it best for? Who does it best serve? What kind of returns do people actually get? And he's got some cool little charts where he shows, what he does, and he trades his own money live, real time, so you can watch. And then how much money do you need to start? Because I don't have a lot of money to start with, and I wanted to see, what it takes to really start with this. And then how long does it take to really learn the system, be up and running, proficient, and making money with it? So, like I said, click on the links below if you're looking to sign up for this. Otherwise, let's jump right in and see what he has to say.
All right, so this is crazy because I usually don't do videos like this, but I live in Missoula, Montana. My brother here, who's the founder of Navigation Trading, lives in Missouri. So we hardly ever see each other. We're both have businesses, busy lives, and all this stuff. And I thought this was just like this Navigation Trading was like this little side gig that he had going. I didn't realize it had turned into this business. And then you started telling me the numbers that you're pulling down from this thing. And I'm like, oh, I gotta get in on this. And then I said, hey, let's get on a Zoom and record it. So if you let me share this with people, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, sounds good. No problem.
So, okay, cool. Navigation Trading. Give me just like the 10 or the 30-second pitch on what it is real quick before we jump into the details.
Yeah, so I think we need to jump back a little bit and I'll give you a little bit of background. I've always been really fascinated with trading and investing, ever since I was, a kid. And so starting out, I think everybody starts out maybe just kind of doing what an advisor recommends, which is buying index funds or buying mutual funds or just buying stocks here.
That's what I'm doing. I'm doing my 10% a year, conservative investing strategy. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's 90% of Americans, right? You're contributing to your 401k or your IRAs and just having that buy and pray type of approach. Yep. And I did all that too. But at the same time, I started learning about other ways to trade. And I was making significantly better returns doing that than just putting my money in a fund. And so
But it's still over the long term. Like, this isn't like a make money and take it out. This is a wealth building strategy for navigation trading, right?
Correct. Yeah. And so I was, I got to the point where I was really frustrated because I wanted to teach other people how to do this because I just saw people making mediocre returns. And so that's how navigation trading was kind of born. And so it's grown into this options trading education firm where we have specific step-by-step video courses for different strategies that we use, and we send out trade alerts to our members where we're trading real money in our real account. And so as soon as we place a trade, our members get an alert via text message and email, and they can follow along and learn exactly what we're doing.
Okay, cool. And so I'm going to start doing this too because I learned how much money you guys are making, you and your students. And I'm like, so I log into the pro member dashboard. I haven't done anything yet. I wanted to get you on the line first before I do it. But from what I understand, your program is a combination of training videos. And then in addition to the videos, you get these navigation alerts, which are basically actual real-time live trades that you're doing with real money. Is that correct?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so and I know that you don't want people to copy your trades without understanding the game. So can you talk a little bit about just answer for me, like, what am I getting into when I start going through this video course?
Yeah, I mean, we want people to, we call it earning while learning. So we want people to be able to start making money, to start placing trades as they're learning, which is the perfect scenario of why we do what we do. We've got these step-by-step video courses because we want you to know exactly how and why to take trades. We don't want people to be dependent on us for the rest of their lives. We don't want to just send out these alerts that are kind of in a black box, that so people don't really understand why or how or what we're doing. We want to teach you exactly how to trade, and then we want to send the alerts out as a way to kind of give you the chance to look over our shoulder and see exactly how we do it. There are a lot of nuances in trading that you can't just get from watching the videos. It's kind of like golf, right? You can't just watch some golf videos and then go out and start hacking and expect to shoot par. You've got to actually go out there and start swinging the club and figure out all the angles and the nuances and all the little things before you really get good at golf. Same thing happens in trading.
But with golf, you don't have these like you don't. But I think there's even an unfair advantage that you have with your system because you got these alerts on like real stuff that you're doing. So I mean, people could actually just copy you. I know that you don't want to do that, but this stuff is actual stuff that you're like you're out there without a net, like putting yourself out there, showing people what you're actually doing in your own account, and people could copy you if they want. But what I really want to get into is like you were showing me some of the earnings, which got me excited, which made me even want to jump on this call. Like, don't you have a screen that was showing you had some like earnings that you were going to show me?
Yeah, so that's the other thing. You know, in the trading world online, there are a lot of services out there that claim they teach you to trade or they send trade alerts or whatever, but they don't really show you what their performance is, or they just show you the winners. We show everything. So we want to show you the winners and the losers. And so on our site, navigationtrading.com/performance, or on the performance page, at the end of every single month, we show you all the trades that we placed, all the alerts that we sent to our members, and the amount of profit that they made, the number of contracts we took. We're trading options, so it's contracts, not shares. And we trade, the symbol that we traded, the strategy, the profit, and we post these every single month. And we've been doing this for 3 years now. And so you can kind of go through. I mean, look at October. We had a losing month in October. You know how much that pains me to show our members, to show the public that I lost, but it is what it is. So that's what we do.
Well, I mean, I like the transparency, and I know you as a person, so I know that you don't want to just sugarcoat things. But like, let's look at this November one. Like, you made $2,500. So let's get back to the whole thing. Like, I'm investing in my Roth IRA, and I'm hoping I get 10% a year out of that over 30, 40 years. But with your stuff, like you were telling me, and this is what got me excited, what are some of the, like percentage wise, some of the returns you've been getting over like the last 5-10 years?
Well, so a couple things in our alerts portfolio. This is about a $75,000 account. We try to keep it right in that range because we want to be we're only trading 1 or 2 or 3 contracts. We're only using between $500 and a couple $1,000s per position. And so, for example, in November, the total amount of capital that we used for all of these positions in November was, and it fluctuates because we're in and out of trades, but let's say it's anywhere from $30,000 to $40,000 in capital to generate, that month of a little over $2,500.
Okay.
And so that's our alerts portfolio. And on my personal account, I'll do things a little bit different because I really understand the strategies. I might be a little bit more aggressive, but I mean, there's been years that I've made, several 100% returns. There's been years where we made 40 or 50% annual returns. And there's a year, I can't remember exactly, a couple of years ago when we were, relatively flat on the year. So it's not necessarily an ATM machine, but my goal is certainly, and we've proven over the years that we can generate returns that are many multiples of the market.
It's better than 10% over 20 years.
Right.
If you average that out and it ends up being 20%, that sounds like that's on the way low end. You're still beating, the majority of just traditional investors out there.
Yeah, and you can see here, I've got my November. We call this kind of our core alerts portfolio. A few months ago, we rolled out our day trading as well, and these are trades that we're just taking intraday. So by the end of the day, by the end of the market, we are flat. We are not in any positions in our day trades. And you can see in November we booked over 9,600. In October on our day trades we booked over 7,500. In September we booked over 15,000.
Oh, yeah.
And these are trades where we're only using again a couple thousand. We may only have anywhere from $10,000 to $12,000 in play at any given time, and we're just killing it. We're just booking just crazy returns.
Awesome. Okay, now the next question is, and I know you get this question a lot, you said, but I want people that are watching this video to kind of get your explanation of it. I don't want to put a lot of money in to begin with. I'd like to put $5,000 in to begin with. How much money do you need to really get started with your system?
Yeah, I get that question all the time. And the answer that I always give is twofold. One, we always recommend that people place at least 100 paper trades before they even think about risking their real capital. And
what's a paper trade? I don't even know that term.
Yeah, if you're not familiar with what paper trading is, most brokers have called kind of a virtual trading or a paper trading account that they'll give you, and then they'll set it up so that there's just basically a fake money account. And you can place trades so that you start to understand the concepts, so you start to understand the strategies, and you can start to practice trading before you start actually risking real capital. So we suggest people do at least 100 paper trades before they start risking real capital. And then when you first start with real money, only start super small. Maybe just using anywhere from a few hundred to maybe up to $1,000 in buying power in capital for a position or two, and then just start to slowly build on that. So we have members that just start with a few $1,000s, and then I always tell people, let your profits determine how much money you put in. So let's say you start with 5,000. You've got other money out there, but start with 5,000. Once you profit $1,000, so now your account's worth 6,000. You could give yourself permission to put more money in that account. And so we want people to start small and build it up and prove it to themselves before they come in. And the reason we do that is because we've had a lot of people come in who have been very successful in other careers and think they're smart, and they come in with multiple 6-figure, 7-figure accounts, and they lose a bunch of money because they think they are smart, and the market doesn't discriminate. The market will slap you whether you have a 6-figure account or a $5,000 account. And so It's all about learning.
I mean, I want to start small because I'm not going to be emptying out my IRA to jump into this, but I'd love to start out with like $1,000. If I could start with $1,000 just to learn it. And that kind of brings me to my next question, like going through all your videos and getting a good hold on this stuff. I'm a slow learner. If I'm doing 30 minutes, 60 minutes a day, going through your videos and learning stuff, how long before you think I'm up and running on being conservative on this?
Yeah. So a little background. I mean, I've been trading for a little over 20 years now, and I started trading the methodologies or some of the concepts we've developed this over the years. So it's been a long process, but I really wasn't consistently profitable for the first 10 years. And I just had such a passion and determination to learn this stuff that I
remember you geeking out over this stuff, even like in college and stuff.
Yeah. So I didn't, it was just kind of my passion. And if I lost money, I just knew that was part of the learning process. But, and like you said, I'm kind of a slow learner. So it took me 10 years. But so what we're trying to do with navigation trading is take all my mistakes and all my learning and of all the methodology that we've kind of evolved and some of the strategies that we've developed ourselves, and, create these video courses that are step-by-step. They're broken into sections of 5 to 10 minutes, so they're easy to digest. And we want to take people from it taking years to learn and master to a matter of months. And so, what you said, if I could take 30, 60 minutes a day, how long would it take? If you can commit to that and you can actually, consistently learn, you're going to be well on your way within 6 months. I mean, we're hoping even, a matter of a few months.
Okay, nice. That's probably what I could do like during the week. I'm not going to do it on weekends, but I do want to learn this stuff, and I don't want to be like getting that 10%, 8% return. I want to be one of these people that's making like 20, 50% return.
Well, that's a good point. Let me ask you a question. And I asked this, I did a class last night and I asked this question, got a variety of questions. And I think it's a great way to kind of compartmentalize rate of returns. But let me ask you a question in a couple different ways. If you made $1 million, would you consider that a lot of money? Would you feel wealthy if you made $1 million?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, but here's the problem. The thing that I left out from that question is how quickly you made that $1 million. You know, if you're working your job and you're making $25,000 a year for the next 40 years, that's $1 million. Would you feel wealthy if you were making $25,000 a year?
Probably not.
Yeah.
I think that's poverty line right there.
Yeah, and it works the same way with rate of returns. If I asked you, is 100% return a good rate of return? You know, most people would say yes. But you know, if you buy a piece of land and you sell it 40 years later and you double your money, you get 100% rate of return. That's not really a good rate of return because you held it for 40 years. And so I think the biggest thing for people to understand, you know, specifically with wealth accumulation, is it's not necessarily the amount of wealth you have or the amount of wealth that you accumulate. It's the speed at which you accumulate that wealth that makes the biggest difference.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like that 8%, 10% per year, that's just not fast enough. I'm in my 40s.
You want to do that a month.
I don't have that much time left to really build up a lot of wealth with, you know.
We want to make that a month, not a year.
That'd be, yeah. How awesome would that be? Well, I'm excited, man. I can't wait to jump in and start on this. Now, here's the cool part. Since you're letting me make this video, you said you were going to give me a couple links that I can put down in the description of the video here, so anybody who's watching this can jump on. But you said that you were going to, anybody who signs up with my stuff is going to get like a 20% discount for life, right?
Yeah. We'll give you a link to where people can get that discount. Just you know, you're my brother, so I gotta do that for you. But yeah, no, we'll give 20% off. And yeah, the way that we work is once somebody signs up, whatever they're paying when they sign up, they're locked in for life. So
I know your price has been going up and up over the years. But yeah, so they're locked in not only at the current rate, but at 20% below that if they sign up with the link that I've got down below, right?
Correct.
Okay, cool. Just want to make sure I understand it before I start getting people excited and sending them over to that link. So, but that's it. I think that's the basics. I want to get this video out, see what people say. They can put comments down below. And then if I get a good response and I start getting questions, maybe we can jump on for another video in the future and answer any other questions people may have. But hey, I appreciate your time. I know it's Saturday and you got your kids there, so I will leave you alone. And I'm going to go learn how to do some of this trading.
Yeah, no problem. I'm happy to do it. And I think just to end with one last thing is, you know, the other thing that we didn't talk about, you know, we do the trade alerts, we do the videos, but you know, you can't discount the power of a community of people kind of all focused on the same thing. We have a really cool community platform that our members are engaged in every single day, posting trade ideas, posting questions, just chatting about trading and focusing on the ultimate goal, which is to produce, you know, outsized returns. And so power of a community is a very powerful thing. So I don't want to discount that. I want to make sure everyone knows that that's available as part of the.
It's like an insiders forum. You have to be part of the pro membership to be part of that, right?
Yeah, it's available for free to anybody, but there's you have access to all the good stuff if you're a pro member. Yeah,
it's like the higher tier.
Right.
Cool. All right, man. I'm gonna get going on this stuff, and I will talk to you soon.
All right, bro.